Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here. We are back and we're doing a best of 3 Zendikar Rising draft. Our rare is Lotus Cobra. I've opened it a couple times. Good card. Lets you go quite a few directions. Maybe even more than 2 color. Yeah, it's a ramp card. It fixes. Can't really ask for a lot more than that. Canyon Jerboa. Good card for landfall decks. Selesnya Landfall or Boros Landfall. Concerted Defense, not that great. Block Predation, fine Spell Land. Other notable picks, we've got the Riptide, good for kicker decks. Mind Drain, good for rogue decks. Rabid Bite, good green removal. Might Marasa, playable for the kicker deck. And not that deep otherwise, but we'll take the Cobra, see what happens. Alright, Valakut Awakening is a good spell land. Otherwise, we have Root Grazer, which is a good card for the landfall deck. Myriad Captain, good for the party deck. I'm fine with Gruul Landfall, too. I kind of just want to take this Valakut Awakening. This is a good card. A land that also can potentially filter or draw you extra cards. Kind of nice to have that effect. Yeah, I like the Captain. I like the Root Grazer. I like these 2 for the Rogue deck. These 3 for the Rogues deck. Sentinel's good for the kicker and the counters deck. But let's just slam a Valakut Awakening and see what happens. Alright, so the pick now. In green, we've got a Brute and a Snarecaster. In red, we have Molten Blast and Bug Catcher. We have a Mystic, which technically wants to be in the same deck as Valakut Awakening, although it kind of ditches the Lotus Cobra plan. It's probably still the strongest card in here by quite a bit. I'm okay taking it here over a Bug Catcher, even though I like the Bug Catcher. Bug Catcher is a good beater, but I think the overall value of Mystic, if you end up in a Wizards deck, is quite high. Plus, Valakut Awakening wants to be in that deck. Yeah, we'll see what happens. There's also a Deadly Alliance in here, but I mean, the upside of Mystic is quite substantial, I would think. Wow, and then past the Relic Amulet. That's a good sign. That is a good sign for Wizards, because these 2 are some of the more powerful cards you can get for that archetype. Otherwise, there's some couple good rogue cards in here. Constrictor with the counters deck. Lagak for the Gruul Landfall deck. Although I think we're going off that plan and seeing if we can pivot right into Wizards if possible. So we can play the Spellcraft. It's totally playable for Wizards, albeit a little bit pricey, but it's fine. Otherwise, Glacial Grasp, also playable in Wizards. Plunder, fine anywhere, obviously made for party decks. But we'll probably take the Spellcraft, just get a burn spell. Random kill spell that maybe pings our opponent a little bit too. Playable outside of party. So here we can take the Pack Beast. Makes our Spellcraft better, still triggers Mystic, randomly fixes, triggers Relic Amulet. A lot of good upside to playing Pack Beast here. Obviously, Pack Beast at its best in a party deck, but maybe we find a couple more random party cards that can work for this deck. Otherwise, yeah, Chilling Trap would be fine here too. I think it's a much less desirable pick overall than the Pack Beast, though. I just really like the fact that the Pack Beast is a wizard. I think that's high upside. Wow, Spark Mage. All right. Well, now we're kind of getting rewarded because Spark Mage isn't great in a straight Wizards deck, but if we end up having some Pack Beasts quite a bit better, then we can maybe... Now we've got some actual, like, Pack Beast payoff here. I like that. All right. Take the Spark Mage. Can take another Spellcraft, but actually we might want the Diviner. I think Diviner is a very good card. It's a flying win con that in a Wizards deck will end up drawing you a card. I think I'm going to take that over the second Spellcraft, actually. This is just very powerful. You want all that evasion. We can take Tormenting Voice here. I'm fine with that. Seeing a late Mind Drain, which I think would be the best card in here by quite a bit, but we'll take the Tormenting Voice and be perfectly fine with that. So we kind of don't need any of this. Deliberate technically triggers Mystic, Relic Amulet. Scorch Rider for Spellcraft or Spark Mage, or Sentinel is just like a random early blocker. I don't love it for this deck. I maybe just take the Deliberate. There's a chance it makes the deck. Not super high, but I think of all those picks, Deliberate probably the highest chance of making the deck. Probably. Here I'll take the weakest card because there's nothing on color. And the weakest card is probably... Honestly, it's probably Snarecaster. Disenchant people at least want for their sideboard. I don't think Snarecaster is a super desirable card. Take the base camp. Pass the black cards. Take a Sizzling Barrage to cut red. And we've got a good start. We do have a good start. We got that. We got the Mystic into Relic Amulet. So some big wizard payoffs there. Here we probably just take another Pack Beast, jam another one, make our Spark Mage better, make our Spellcraft better, get another wizard. Tabarak's great card for any black deck. Jerboa, like I said, any landfall deck. Shelter, great for any white deck. Cleric, one of the more powerful cards you can get for the Cleric deck. But yeah, we'll take the Pack Beast and be happy enough about that. Alright, Royal Eruption, kind of an easy pick for us, I would say. Good removal. Can burn face with it. Not much else to say. Other powerful picks in here, the Blood Chief's Thirst. Plunder gets a lot better with the double Pack Beast. Party cards in general with the double Pack Beast I'm feeling a little bit better about, but we're going to slam a Royal Eruption for now. Well, technically I have a base camp, so I could, in theory, splash a Zagras, and it gets cheaper from the Pack Beast and the Wizards. I'm actually kind of tempted. This card is insanely strong. Otherwise, the pick is Bubble Snare, which actually doesn't... I mean, it's a great removal spell in a vacuum, but it doesn't trigger all of our goodies. And there's also a Bug Catcher, which is fun. You know what? We're definitely considering Zagras here. This card is very strong. Super strong card. We've got the base camp already. I don't see why not. Might even be able to find some other way to splash it. What do we got here? So another Diviner is a totally fine pick. Solid Wizard. What we're looking for. Good cards otherwise in here, though. Journey to Oblivion, Veteran Adventurer, Celebrant for the Cleric deck, Skitter Sneak. All of these are certainly playable cards. The rest are a little less exciting, but we're happy to get our on-class cards. So we could take another base camp, and the splash becomes much easier. Yeah, we're going to do it. Zagras Splash is good. I mean, one issue of running base camps is it doesn't actually, you know, cast mana for anything else. But if I get second base camp here, we can run one swamp, double base camp, 2 Pack Beasts, and we've got ourselves a Zagras plan. I like that. That's pretty cool. Another Pack Beast. I'll go deep on them. We've got like a crazy little wizard party plan going now. Taking it over the Molten Blast. We need quite a bit more creatures. I didn't realize we were that creature light. We can take another spell. I mean, Spellcraft is straight up just like a premium removal spell now. Otherwise, Zoff Consumption I think would be an easy pickup for us, just because spell land, we want to splash Zagras. I can maybe cast it off Pack Beast super late in the game, but I think it's an easy Spellcraft. We still need quite a few more creatures. Another Relic Amulet. No kidding. Wow. Well, I'm fine with that. I mean, granted, we're going to need a little bit of work to make them. Just take the Sizzling Barrage. Nothing on color. I think it's an easy plunder now. This is just good in our deck. So we're super creature light. 8 creatures, which is very light. Being creature light is okay if you have quite a bit of card draw. In this case, we have the Tormenting Voice and the Deliberate and the Plunder and the Valakut Awakening. So we have the means to... In a pinch, I might actually play the Ambusher just because it... You know, for now, I'm actually going to consider it. It makes Zagras cheaper. It makes it Spellcraft better. It does not trigger... It works with Spark Mage. So we've already got 4 cards, 5 cards that it's good with. Like all of our late game, basically. Take a Sneaking Guide. Also not super excited about it, but... Rubble Fort, I think because it's classless. Like me, classless. I think we probably don't want to run it, even though haste is good in some situations. Molten Blast. Well, it's at least a sideboard card. All right, Shatter Skull Minotaur. Quite a bit better in this deck. This pack kind of has just a lot of goodies in it, actually. Another Spellcraft, but we need creatures, so it's really... I think it's the Minotaur, quite frankly. I think it's just Minotaur and be happy about it, because we're going to be able to play this for 3 or 4 mana. I mean, granted, we already have, like, the Zagras, but otherwise I take another Pack Beast, which is fine, or a Geyser Mage, which is fine, but Minotaur in this deck, if you're playing this for 4 mana and getting a 5/4 haste, that's a really, really good beatdown. Now, it does not work with our amulets, does not work with our mystic, which is true, but I'm still going to take it. I really think that card is strong. So we're up to 11 creatures. Cinderclasm is pretty good, actually. Cinderclasm with Relic Amulet is actually just sweet, but I don't like that it kills all of our things. It's quite a bit worse because it kills all of our things. I can take another Pack Beast. It's just going to make... I mean, at this point, with the amount of party cards we have, these are just, like, #1 amazing. I think Bugcatcher would be very good for us, too. But I'm just going to keep this Pack Beast. I mean, this triggers, like, everything in our deck. Pack Beast does everything for us. Makes this cheaper, makes us deal more damage, lets us scry more, triggers this, triggers that, works with this. I mean, Pack Beast is just too good to pass. I think we're going to wheel something good from that pack too, by the way, which is good news. So, could play the Seagate Colossus, could take the Palaka Predation, could take the Field Research. I feel like we have enough card draw. We still are in need of creatures. So maybe the Colossus is okay. I don't think it's going to make the deck. I mean, we've got the better ones with Minotaur and Zagras, but if I need another creature, we probably can play Seagate Colossus for a cheap price. So this is a bit of a miss. We'll just easily take a Song Mad Treachery, which has synergy and is another valuable spell land. Throwing a McKindy, if we had a bunch of kicker. I don't think we've got one... Basically one kicker spell. Okay, that's not enough. Can take another Tormenting Voice here. It's not great, but playable in a pinch. Another Diviner is a gift. This pack is a miss. Some really powerful... Everything green is really good here. Maybe just take a Tempest for sideboard. I don't think it makes the deck. Otherwise, I'm hate drafting, which is kind of pointless in this format. And then a late Royal Mage. Well, that's a gift. Great card for us. So, I think we can easily cut, even though we only have 15 creatures. We probably don't have to run some of the less good creatures that we have. All right. Like, we probably don't need to run a Sneaking Guide, because our stuff is mostly evasive anyway. Another Base Camp is probably fine. Actually, Bugcatcher is just insane in here, so we're taking that. And that's an easy ambush or swap, at least. Yeah, this card is just absolutely bonkers in this deck. We can take the Field Research over the second Molten Blast. I don't think either are something this deck needs. I like our other draw card effects more. And we could pretty easily cut one more creature if we had to. I don't know if I'm going to yet or not. I guess cleansing 2 Tormenting Voice is enough. Yeah, we'll take that. All right. Let's take a look here. And cutting some stuff. And we have the Treachery and the Awakening. And I thought we had one more, but maybe not. Okay. So we have 2 black sources plus 4. 6 black sources in this deck. I probably can still get away with 1 swamp, probably. because we're not super color intensive. I mean, to be honest, I don't need the black because I think four pack piece is probably enough to get there. But just in case, I don't know, I can't get them to stick on the board. Right now with these 4 lands we have 16 lands. I probably want to run closer to, I'm thinking 18. But both of these are actually, I would consider good spells. Maybe the Treachery a little bit less so, but I could do 19 lands too. I mean, our curve is deceptively lower than this because these are all reduced cost cards. All of our top end stuff gets reduced by all of our cheaper spells. Another thing I could cut is maybe just like the Tormenting Voices, just because they're kind of easy cards to cut. They're not that great. I'd probably rather just do a Deliberate because it's instant speed. You end up netting the same amount of cards because you have to discard to filter with Tormenting Voice. So you just basically you get rid of this and another card, so you lose 2, draw 2. With this you lose 1, draw 1, but you get the scry 2 and it's instant speed. I think I like this more. Which makes sense too, it's blue. So you would hope blue card draw is better. It also doesn't require you to have a card in your hand to discard to actually play, which is a serious downside of Tormenting Voice. So this 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So we can do 18. Or I can cut one more and go 19. But like I said, our curve is a little bit lower. It's not as low as I'd like though, because we still have 4 5-drops. And like I said, I want to play these spells. I think we can cut one more and still be fine. Like I could just cut the Deliberate and be over it, be done with it, not need it. We still have plenty of ways to trigger Relic Amulet, Umara Mystic, and make all of this stuff cheaper. And we don't have to cut a creature. I like that. So color-wise, primarily red with some blue. I still haven't decided if I'm running a Swamp or not. With 2 base camps and a Pack Beast, maybe I just don't have to. 6 black sources is more than enough. But then again, like I said, we're not really color intensive. We have a double red. And that's it. 1 double red. Everything else is single costed. Alright, we can afford to run 1 swamp, I think, with 19 lands, and it probably won't hurt the deck so much. So we want probably, what if we do 6 of these? We do the one, maybe 7 of these. We do 7 of these. Wait, why am I running black? Just the 1 of these. And then the red, we want probably another 7. So this would be 11 red with the base camps, at least for creatures. 9 blue for creatures, which the only spell we would have a harder time casting would be Plunder, which is fine. So the 9 blue for that is fine. And then 3, like 7 for Zagras. I think our mana base is actually pretty solid. And like I said, it's 19 lands, but I am perfectly content with counting both of these as spells in our deck. I have no problems there. I think Treachery in this deck could easily win games too. So, alright. I like it. It's a fun looking deck. It is cool looking. Alright, we'll run it like this. We'll see you round 1. Alright, so we're going to play first. That's a keep. So we can go Bug Catcher into Pack Beast into Minotaur, which is very, very smooth. Unless we want to go on the Relic Amulet plan, but right now we only have actual 1 card in our hand that triggers Relic Amulet, so we can probably hold off on that for now. But yeah, Bug Catcher into Pack Beast into Minotaur is a... I mean, granted, we need 1 more land to make that work, but this could be very smooth. All right. Yeah, so now we've got some gas here. Yeah, next turn with the Minotaur, we're smashing for a lot. And then on top of that, we have Relic Amulet into Royal Eruption if we want. That's pretty strong. Alright. Don't quite have enough to do the Pack Beast plus the Minotaur, but that's fine. So, I guess we can still attack with the Bug Catcher. It can't kill the Celebrant, but getting in for 5 damage is pretty good. So, next turn we can go Relic Amulet, Pack Beast, and actually then our Bug Catcher is enough to kill the Celebrant on attacks. They have to deal with our Minotaur right now. All right. Oddly, they play it on their turn, which is quite a bit worse. I feel like they're going to get punished by that. We can actually play the Diviner here, but it feels like a good opportunity to get this Amulet down. Although another flyer attacker wouldn't hurt. That's true. Like, basically, if I do Amulet Pack Beast, I get an Amulet, I get a counter on this, and then I can play the Diviner and put another counter on this. That is pretty good. But if I play Diviner now, I feel like we've got him in such a... Yeah, I think we just play this. We've got him in such a tougher spot now. Because now we've got threats just all over the place. Like, we just have an absolute boatload of threats. We have a wizard to trigger this. They have to deal with this. This thing's a monster. I play a Pack Beast, it gets even bigger. We've got a Royal Eruption to potentially just finish them off here. They're in some pretty big trouble. And I don't know how they're going to get out of this situation. Colossus, too, is cool. I think we just jam another big boy. Because I think they're ready to make some trades, and we're ready to get in just a boatload of damage. Like, they can double block the Minotaur, we'll kill the Celebrant. We're left with a 7-5, still have a 4-2 and a 3-2 they got to deal with. If they have Zulaport Duelist, maybe their best blocks are like Infiltrator, Bug Catcher, Duelist it, take the Diviner, chump the Minotaur with the Cleric. This is fine. I mean, they're in Royal Eruption range now, so... So I think we just smash team. And if they have something, we can, like Subtle Strike or whatever, just Royal Eruption. All right. So that was game 1. We're playing against a mix of rogues and clerics. So I'm not quite... Esper Rogue Clerics. We don't know what's going on. Actual sideboard cards we have that do stuff. I guess Cleansing Wildfire, in case we have to deal with Crawling Barrens. Because I have lost to that card at least a couple times. Molten Blast deals with not that much. Otherwise, we have card draw and another flyer. But I think we're pretty well set up here. This hand seems a bit dangerous. I mean, granted, we have the Relic Amulet, but no blue mana, a couple blue spells, expensive red spells. We do have the 4 Pack Beasts, though. There's probably so many things that we can draw that I should probably keep this. I mean, on top of the 7 this, we have the base camps to help cast this. We've got the Pack Beasts, like I said. So we did manage to find the colored mana, but that's fine. We'll go Bug Catcher first here. Kind of a weird card to play after you play a Relic Amulet, but for the most part, it makes sense for us. Alright. Infiltrator. I guess we'll attack here. So they have an answer for the Diviner. We don't actually draw, but then we can at least kill the Infiltrator. With the Spellcraft. Trigger the Amulet. Get that Amulet going. Skyclave Plunder could do something this game, potentially. Alright, Kindiox. Not hyper concerned about that, so Pack Beast is good, but yeah, I think we just take this out. Could have attacked with both. But I guess if they use their turn to kill my Diviner, it probably uses up a decent amount of their mana. Then I can play the Pack Beast and kill the Infiltrator with the Amulet. They must have an answer for the other one too. Alright, so let's just go Pack Beast. I'll just do this now. And call it good, yep. They want to refill, so do we. Their refill spell a little bit better than ours, but that's alright. Guess we'll take these 3. So next turn we can go Amulet number 2 plus Spellcraft to kill something. Trigger some amulets. Oh yeah. We like that. We like that. So we'll go Amulet number 2. Go Pack Beast. Kill Tabarax. Play a land. And Pass. Suppose we could get mind drained here. But if we don't, then we're looking pretty good. Spark Mage, so this will hit for 3, then we ping it for 1. Get another body on the board. So 3, 5, 7. We have 6, 7, 8 mana. So we just kill that. I'm actually going to sandbag the swamp here. Just in case they have draw a mind route. I want to keep the spellcraft because it's borderline lethal at this point. Do we lose a couple diviners? Which would have been pretty good. Pretty good draws. Sure. Play yet another pack beast. And at this point, spellcraft is just nutty. Deals 4 damage. 4 and 4. Alright, we're just sandbagging lands, play around Mind Drain. So we can spellcraft that. And that should do it. Alright. We'll see you for round 2. Alright, round 2, we're going to mull this. We do have 1 land, but... and I mean, this hand is strong, but our deck is strong, so... Alright, we can keep that. I suppose we probably ditch... We probably ditch an island. I'm going to need lands for Seagate Colossus, but... We're running 19, which is a lot. We have some cheap stuff. It just doesn't feel right to keep a 4th land and ditch any of these 3 spells. Uh-oh. Alright. Play the pack beast. Guess we'll discard probably the Colossus and can't be a land. Might actually be the Diviner. I feel like we might need to kill this crab. Yeah, I don't love discarding those 2, but it's probably smart to at least keep 1 removal spell too. I think we can attack here. Drakes is pretty good. So we can go base camp into Shatterskull Minotaur next turn, which is not bad. think I'd rather play the Minotaur first before the Spellcraft. I'm not sure. Oh, so we have to discard... get to reveal 2. We have 20 cards left. I think we might. They can block there and there to kill our Minotaur. I think we'll do these 2. I don't really want to lose the Spellcraft here, but I feel like the Minotaur has more upside, especially if they attack with that Drake, yeah. I guess Relic Amulet wouldn't have been that good of a top deck there anyway, so that's okay. This is all on the mulligan too, so we're not even doing that bad. Considering this is all on the mulligan, we're really not. Like, they had a turn... Mulligan against a turn 1 Ruin Crab? No, we're doing fine. I think our deck has plenty of good tools to win this. Well... I mean, we can play everything in our deck at this point, so I suppose we make the trade. I can't really attack into the Ruin Crab anyway, so... we'll just play the land, so in case we draw a Zagras, we can get in there. I've never even seen this card before. When it attacks, defending player chooses a non-legendary creature card in your graveyard and you return to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter against a vampire. And it's whenever it attacks. Wow. So they can get back their pack beast. It's pretty strong. Guess I don't need to show them that I'm splashing for Zagras yet. We could probably concede at this point. We don't need to show them any more cards in our deck. All right, so we'll go to the next game here. So they've got Drana. First time I've seen that. Roost of Drakes that we can't deal with. We could blow up a Pack Beast or kill it with a Molten Blast. Neither of those are super attractive to me. Card draw is good against discard. We have a little bit of card draw. Do we want some more? I don't know what I'd cut for it, though. Could cut a land. Could cut a blue land. Or a red land. Either one. But we have the double. Well, we can cast that. We do have almost twice as much. And which one am I bringing in? Like field research at this point? Could do that. They're trying to mill us as well, so it might... Is it actually better to just bring in a bunch of spells? That's always a question, but unfortunately, I feel like they didn't show us that much mill. They showed us one Ruin Crab that we can kill. The rest of their deck wasn't mill from what I saw. So I don't want to saturate my deck with stuff that takes us off of our plan either. I'm kind of okay cutting one red. going to 18 lands, and just putting in a field research for a little bit of extra card draw. Okay. In case of mind drain effects, whatever. We'll play first. Don't love this hand, but we'll keep it. I guess it should have attacked. So it could mind drain us here. We'll just lose a couple basics. Still be in pretty decent shape, actually. I really wouldn't mind casting Treachery on Drana, because that would give us a pretty good... have quite a few decent targets there. Like, I guess right now just the Shatterskull Minotaur, but that's not bad. Let's actually cast Plunder first, because I think they're blocking anyway, and I want the extra bonus from the Pack Beast. So we'll get 3 spells here. So next turn we can go... Can actually go Diviner... No, I was going to say we could do Diviner plus Colossus, but that's not true. Where are we at? We're at 14 left? Okay. So there's the Drana. We can steal that. And... get back a Minotaur. And they don't actually even have any creatures in their graveyard, so this is pretty good opportunity for us, I think. 6 lands. Yeah, I think we just take Drana. I guess they get to choose, though. You don't get to choose. It's quite a bit worse. So what's the worst creature in our graveyard? Probably the Royal Mage. Kind of surprised they gave us the Pack Beast instead of the Royal Mage. I'm not sure about the logic there. Oh, because they want to steal it. Okay. So they get to look at 3. I guess we'll do everything but the... Guess we'll do everything but the Royal Eruption. I feel like the Royal Eruption, because we might need to take out that crab. And they probably go for the Colossus? I'm not actually sure. But we've only got 10 cards left. That's probably what I would have picked, too. Another amulet. So we can go amulet, amulet, Royal Eruption. I kind of like that, actually. Kill the crab now, because we're low on cards in deck. But they can get it back with the Drana. So we need to kill the Drana. Guess that means we go amulet, eruption on Drana. We can attack first too. Because I think they want to block. Because Drana is going to help them get them back or whatever. Yeah, so then we let this happen. And we Royal Eruption Drana. And then kill Drana. So then we have to find a way to kill this Ruined Crab. So we can go Amulet. We only have 6 lands, so Amulet plus Diviner. We're still going to be just a little bit shy, though, of killing that crab. Guess I have to draw a card, huh? All right, we'll see you for round 3. All right, this is keep. Decent hand. We have our 2 top end stuff, which makes it a little bit worse. And I guess we don't have any red mana to cast red spells, which isn't great, but it's a nice draw. All right. Yeah, I guess we go Pack Beast first here. Okay. So we'll go Awakening and Amulet. And then I can guess Royal Eruption Shambler. Or something else if I have to. 4 mana, so little bit confused. But we're gonna kill this. And I guess technically we could kill this too, but not sure if I want to yet. Probably willing to take one. Get the Shambler back. Well, I'm just going to kill it again though. Alright. So be it. So they'll get another 1/1, but... Oh, they don't even get the 1/1. Yeah, we just got them good there then. So now we just want to hold out because we're looking pretty good here. I mean, yeah, I guess we just kill it in response. They don't draw the card, they don't gain the life, we get the counter. So now we're just going to go for more damage first. Plus, if they have a removal spell, I'd rather them use it on my Minotaur than Zagras, because Zagras is evasive. So they have a removal spell, it looks like. Or they have something. Alright. Alright. Alright, they weren't dead, but I'm glad they conceded. So they're playing a counters deck. They've got Scythe Cat, Scale the Height, Swarm Shambler. They got the Blood Beckoning. They got Vanquish. Got a pretty good looking deck, actually. We don't have too much of a sideboard as is, so we probably just have to run it back. I can destroy artifacts. I can ping little things. I mean, Molten Blast legitimately deals with Scythe Cat early on, Shambler early on, and Constrictor. Those aren't that bad. It's actually a decent amount of targets. But we have double Relic Amulet, Royal Eruption, triple Spellcraft. Granted, Spellcraft looks a little bit less useful here based on what we've seen. They've got to have fatties in there somewhere though, right? I can save myself 2 mana, bring in the Molten Blast, but the Spellcraft is legitimately good in our deck. Like, it nukes our opponent too. I think we just keep it around. We also have the Wizard that pings. I don't love this hand. We're going to keep it though. Guess we can go Amulet into Valakut Awakening into... Might just do the Royal Mage instead. Royal Mage also makes our Minotaur cheaper, which I like. So, yeah, I think we just go Royal Mage here. I can Valakut Awakening. Kind of want my lands, though. We'll just take 3. This Royal Mage is fairly useful right now. Subtle Strike is what I'm guessing. Okay. So I think we're ready to dump some cards to this Valakut. And it's probably at least a Seagate Colossus. And we don't need the Swamp anymore. So probably those two and draw 3. Alright. Doesn't matter what order they go in. There we can go land. So now we can play Pack Beast, kill Constrictor, have a blocker for Blightblade. Or maybe they pump something and we can synchronize Spellcraft. Alright, so I think we go Amulet, Constrictor. Then we go land, Pack Beast, put a counter on Amulet. Alright. So I think we just go base camp and get this out of the way now. So we can cast the Minotaur as well. We also have mana to go Diviner, Amulet, Shock, or Lightning Bolt something. So we can Shock something, Diviner, pump it back, or we can Diviner, pump it, Lightning Bolt something. Both of those options are good. Relic Amulet already yielding pretty good value. I think it's killed Constrictor, and it has 2 more. It's got another Shock on board right now, so looking good. We're also 1 mana shy of Spellcraft plus Amulet, but I think we're just going to take out the Horn Beetle now. Basically because it pumps our Amulet again. Alright, so now they're just getting some lands, which we don't really care about too much. So I think I have, let's see, I've got 7, so I can play this, and then the other one's 5, and then get in for 5 here. Next turn we have Diviner. We can hit for 4. We can Lightning Bolt something now. We can do 4 to something. That's not that relevant. I feel like they didn't really think that one through. All right, we got there. So we ended up going 2-1. Basically just lost against Ruin Crabs. Other than that, our deck was really, really nice. I liked it. It was very fun. I like the party decks. I love playing the Pack Masters. They're very fun to play. So, all right, sweet. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.